Hi, I'm talking about Gonzalez, big data and the election of Donald Trump. So the article predominantly discusses Cambridge Analytica's involvement in Trump's campaign and election win. The majority of election campaigns do use political consultancy firms to help them win votes, but the questions have been raised in regards to Cambridge Analytica's involvement with Trump's campaign. The important question being, did they not just help sway voters, but actually manipulate millions of undecided voters? So Cambridge Analytica claims to have formed new algorithms and allegedly generated millions of personality profiles, then use this data to send specific targeted advertisements to match the personality types of these voters. So they hired PhD data scientists who pinpointed 20 million persuadable voters in crucial states. They then sorted these profiles into 32 different types, which then enabled campaigns like Trump to specifically target the fears of each of these groups. This could be deemed as manipulation, as rather than election having campaign having core principles and values that voters can get behind, each message is actually altered depending on the audience, leaving the public unsure what they're actually voting for. So social media have actually become invaluable to political campaigns due to personal developments in social sciences. Researchers have been able to gather huge quantities of data at very little cost by creating free personality profile quizzes. Also worth noting that they can reverse this and actually pick out certain types of personalities. For example, all undecided Republicans, gun supporters, for all that sort of thing. So there are claims that Cambridge Analytica has actually exaggerated their involvement in Trump's campaign to gain exposure and publicity. There's also critics that state that personality profiling is impossible, and you could guess as equally as well. So it's compelling for some to blame Trump's victory solely on Cambridge Analytica and algorithms. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this. Due to social media, Trump was already well known. He was a reality TV star. He tweets all the time. People felt like they had a connection with him. He stayed in the headlines by speaking of rigged elections, getting people to mistrust everything and believe that they could only trust in him. So this case is significant, firstly, because without social media, it would have not been possible to gather this amount of data in this short amount of time and then target people so specifically based on their fears. It's also important to note social media is where millions of people consume their news, and if it's only consumed on social media, there's going to be problems with distinguishing between real news and fake news. The tools are extremely powerful, and their power is only going to continue to grow as technology advances.